want you guys to put yourself in a situation. Imagine it's a sunny day, there's blue skies, the grass is green. You're playing with your sibling or friend when all of a sudden you fall down and break your leg. Luckily, this is the 21st century. You can just go to the hospital, get your leg set, it's all good. However, 6 months later, you take your cast off and your leg hasn't set properly. As the years go by, you're slowly imprisoned as your skin ossifies or turns to bone, and you die of pneumonia. What you have is a rare genetic disorder that infects 1 out of 2 million people. What you have is fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, or FOP for short. Now, I want to go into a sort of analogy for genetics. I want you guys to think of a gene as sort of a blueprint that codes for a factory, the protein. And this is where the problem of FOP arrives. So we have this gene called the ACVR1 gene, or like I said, a blueprint. And what this gene is responsible for is creating the bone morphogenic protein 4, or BMP4. This protein is responsible for developing bones when you're a fetus in your mother's womb. Now, the problem arrives with FOP when this gene is not shut down before birth. What happens with FOP sufferers actually is that this gene remains on even after birth. And so this creates a problem. So when FOP sufferers, say, hurt themselves or working out, or even, say, running or trip, this damages their skin and muscles. And so what happens is this protein tells the skin cells or muscle cells to transform into stem cells. Now, stem cells are really important. They can change into a variety of tissues or cells. And so in FOP's case, BMP4 tells the skin cells to turn to stem cells to turn the bone. And that arrives the problem. That's the problem with FOP, is that they're slowly imprisoned in this bone. But, however, this technology actually has potential. What happens is, if we could somehow take these stem cells or these skin cells, we could somehow possibly transform them into cells that are beneficial to us. So we could take regular skin cells and, say, transform them into liver cells for an alcoholic, or lung cells for a smoker. And so I like to sort of think of FOP as a sort of yin and yang. The yin being this horrible, terrifying disease that just causes a huge amount of suffering to the person who has it. However, on the yang side, we have this potential medical technology that can help to solve a bunch of illnesses and chronic conditions that people suffer throughout the world. And so don't leave this talk feeling depressed or in anguish. Instead, leave feeling hopeful, because there's a silver lining to FOP. Thank you.